Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is Aloha Joe in our mainland studio saying a happy Aloha Friday to you.
TGIAM, it's Aloha Friday. TGIAM, it's Aloha Friday.
Happy Aloha Friday.
Tell me, what do you think of some of the newer island reggae stuff that's coming out of the islands these days?
Excuse me, I missed that question. Where'd that go? I missed that. I don't play it. It's not what my station plays, period. I mean, it's that simple. I get a lot of it. They send them to me in the mail. And some of the albums, okay, there's a group from Maui that's very, very big, very popular. They've been on the world music charts. They've been on the reggae charts. And they told me last time I saw them in town, they say, hey, we know you don't play our stuff, but we did put 2 songs on the last album just for you. And they did. They really did. And I told them, yeah, I know you did. I'm playing those 2. They said, good, because I know you're not going to play the rest of them. No, I'm not going to play the rest of them, but I do play those 2. And a lot of groups do that. They'll put 1 or 2 songs on there that won't get played on island radio because they're too, we'll call them too sappy for island radio. But they work for me. So I play that, yeah. Yeah, My Island Home Maui is one of them. Great song. Love that song. Works good for us. Won't play in Hawaii, but works good for me.
Have you developed any favorite artists or groups personally over the years that you really enjoy?
New ones are coming out all the time. New groups. They're actually not really new groups. They're just new conglomerations of people that I've known that used to be in this group and now they're over with this one, so they kind of get together. And yeah, they've known me for a long, long time, and I've known them for, I've been doing this 16 years, so yeah, you learn about different people, and I have some favorite friends that I see every time I go to town. One, I guess, would be Danny Couch. Danny performs at Chai's at the Aloha Tower Marketplace, and I met him, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago when I first was broadcasting from the islands. I met Danny and was able to get all of his albums at the time and play them. Now, there's an artist that I do have I probably have every song that he has in there. Naleo, the 3 ladies of Naleo. I must have over 100 of their selections in play. So some of them Naleo's been around over 25 years. So when you're around 25 years, that's an awful lot of albums, even if I take only 3 or 4 from every album. And the same with the Brothers Casimiro. They've been performing forever and have they have this many albums in my file. So, if you take a few of each of those, that really runs it up big. So, yeah, those are kind of favorites of mine and always have been. And a lot of listeners like Danny. In fact, for the past 7 years, he has received an award from us. And I won't say if I'll give him another one or not, but it's the most requested artist. Yeah, somebody that most stations never heard of, for sure. Even in Hawaii. I think they play 2 or 3 songs of his only in Hawaii. That's all he gets on a couple of stations. Here we have a ton of them. Yeah.
So you're more than just a DJ. You produce.
I do.
You write.
I do.
Tell me more about that. Tell me more about your producing, your songwriting, and the stuff that extends from being a DJ.
Well, one of the albums that I gave you, Aloha from Paradise, it has one of my songs on it, played by Brittany Paiva from the Big Island. She's an ukulele player. And that's a nice thing. Yeah, I write music. I've been doing that for a long, long time. And I've written some stuff with television scores and things. And I would like to get in doing more, but it's hard when you don't have a lot of time on your hands to sit around and do things. But I have done that. I have produced a lot of albums. And we were thinking of a new one recently. We may be doing a wedding album. I don't know for sure yet, but stuff, there's always stuff. I always got stuff in my mind to do. Yeah. Maybe a Latin album. Oh yeah. That's right.
Do you play any instruments?
I play piano and trumpet. I have I have a guitar at home that sits just like that, but I don't play it. And I have an ukulele that sits just like that, and I don't play it, no. So, no. No, I don't want to embarrass myself in public, so I don't play that. But I do play the piano a bit, and I play the trumpet a bit. And that's kind of all I do these days. And I play the radio. That's always an old joke. But, yeah.
What would you like to do in the future? Projects, people you'd like to work with?
Well, I think I should expand this jazz thing out and see where that goes, because that could springboard into some other things if I start working with some other entities. You know, and David Benoit has already been on our station, but David performs with his brother and sister-in-law in Hawaii, the Benoit Jazz Works. So David's there, and other performers that you hear on stations, you know, like Kilauea and other things. So I'll expand into that market just a bit and see what happens on the jazz side of life. I think that might be something different. It's certainly, you know, be different for me anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any moments that stand out in your career as being moments that you'll just never forget? Yeah.
I've had a couple of very interesting. I've had some interesting times since I've been doing this. Going back in time a bit, meeting Don Ho, becoming friends with Don, Israel Kamakawiwo'ole, his uncle, Mo Keali, and others along the way. And I think flying over for Iz's funeral was something pretty interesting and different to do. That was kind of an astounding scene at the Capitol. They have all those thousands and thousands of people out there in something they thought was going to be over an hour, lasting from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 10, 11 at night, maybe even later. People just walking by the casket, just stuff like that. And that was a good, you know, memorable time. But then, of course, along the way, a lot of friends have passed, many. I mean, Don Ho, of course, and Mo Keali and Israel, and on and on and on. And each of those kind of been a little milestone along the way. Yeah. So, yeah. Plus, every time I go over for the music awards, and we have won quite a few music awards for our albums, Hawaiian Music Awards. Every time I go over, I meet a bunch of people, and those are all memorable times too, because a lot of listeners come from various places, and you know, we always have a good time. We try to live it up and have a good time doing it.
What's your favorite island?
Well, it would have to be, because of the entertainment business, it would have to be Oahu, specifically Waikiki, because of the entertainment business. If I'm not going for entertainment, if there was ever a time when I could just go, and we don't know when that time would be, but let's say that there is a time when I can actually go, probably the island of Kauai is really nice, because I wouldn't have to get dressed up for any meetings. I wouldn't have to be doing anything. I would just be going. The same way on Molokai, you can look like a bum and just have yourself a good old time there. But I guess because I enjoy the nightlife and being out in the warm Hawaiian evening, just sitting in a shirt like this at 11, 12 o'clock at night, that's pretty cool. And I like that. I really enjoy that. And if I were doing that on another island, I'd be sitting there by myself, because all the bars close early and there's nothing open. And yeah. So I'm a bar guy. I have a bar tan. Always have had.
Is there anything we haven't talked about that you'd like to mention or talk about?
No, the station's on the air 24/7, and come on down and have some fun with us, because we pitch it as a virtual vacation, because it really is. If you just think about it for a minute, you sit back, you relax, put your feet up, you're listening to the music, and you're hearing the island sounds that you don't hear anywhere else. Steel guitar, you don't hear that anywhere. Nah, ukuleles, slack key guitar every day, all the hours. Nah. And that's kind of what we do. We expose everyone to a different side of island music and different side of island entertainment. And now with the jazz, maybe we'll be doing more and more and more. So, yeah.